Hey guys, DJ from PTA. Do a quick overview of SIDU from June 15th. This was actually a loss for me, and I want to kind of explain why it was, even though it rallied. A bit frustrating when you play your stops and play your areas too tight. Um, this would have been a really good trade, really good trade to be honest, but missed opportunity. But it is also a way to learn. So I want to definitely go over this with you guys to kind of give you an idea of where the trade was, where it took off at. Um, we're about 15 minutes, about 45 minutes away from opening bell today, June 16th. So I want to kind of go over the trade, kind of show you why it's moving, so on and so forth, break it all down before it actually happens, because I think this might be the second leg for the day, for this week on this stock. So ultimately, I always start with my trend lines and stuff like that based on areas. So I'm gonna mark out these areas first, so you can kind of see how the trade manifests. First area was $3. This second area was 340. So three. And then the third area was right around, I want to say it was 420. Now, each stock has its own area, so you kind of play it off of that. But these were the areas that I was looking at when it came to, okay, this stock can fly or it can go here or so on and so forth. I'm going to draw out the areas that's probably going to be very important coming into today. Right there. Yep, bounce, bounce, bounce. And then right there. So we're going to make that one 1215. No. I'm going to make that 1220. So these are the key areas that I was looking at when it came to the stock. Its movement. You see how it bounced, and then broke down and basically rejected right there and pulled down. So these are your key areas. Now let's draw into the previous day. See, right now it's already hitting the key area off of $8. It just hit that 575 area and broke out from there. But for yesterday, this is how the trade kind of played out. We had a big rally in the morning. Where I failed was waiting for the key area to reclaim. So what I saw was at 285, and this is an entry day, so we're going to change that to a different color. We should use this lavender color. Remember, it was 285. So when the stock bounced down here and then reclaimed, what I did was got in, let it reclaim, and my order entry, go back to the field, my order entry was 296. So we're going to paint that one green, or I'll do it white just so you can see the difference. So right there was my order entry. It was right there on this candle. And what happened is, and this is where you turn winners to losers. This is something you don't want to do. And it happens to us because we just get greedy or whatever. I really knew this thing was going to fly. So when I got in at 296 with a risk of 285, 10-cent risk, it pulled up and then it yanked up to the 340 area. Now this 340 yank is where the actual move happened. Let me go back. Kind of want to show y'all this so y'all can see. 340 was a retracement area as well. It's right here. And right there. So it had hit this area, hit the zone, which I should have took profit, but I didn't. because I was looking for the bigger move. Now, what happened is that it moved, shaked up, and with this market being the way it is, you know, you get 60, 80 cent with a 10-cent risk. You take that. That's a 7-to-1, 8-to-1 move. I mean, this literally moved 50 cent really quick, slammed into the 340, and then pulled back and got me out. Now, after that point in time, I had other things to do. I left for the day. Now, looking back at the chart, not paying attention to the zone, this was a zone right here. And I want to show you here this off of the 10-minute. And this is why you use multiple time frames, to really get an understanding of what's going on. This was actually a zone. This was actually a demand zone. Buyer stepped in right there. So if you look at this just like that, you can see that the stock pulled back, returned to the demand zone, bounced off of it, and then continue on. So the move was actually here. So 296 wouldn't have been a bad move here, but my timing was off because I didn't pay attention to the demand zone. So that's why this went from a winner to a loser, and then missed out on the whole trade. So ideally, you have to make sure that your support and resistance demand zones are done properly and that you're in a key area. It pulled back, went, rallied, went up, and then now it's taking off for the day. Now it's pulling back into the new day, June 16th. You see that it knocked out the 575, which is a line we drew yesterday. And then it also knocked out the 8s. So my theory or my thought is that this is probably going to exhaust itself. Now, the reason why it's moving is simply because they got this $1 billion contract with NASA. So that's something very big. And they basically got a retainer on it. So this stock obviously going to go up. It's already almost rotated its float. It's at 14.3 million coming into in pre-market. So what I suspect is that we might get a nice little pullback, maybe down to an entry day level like right here. And from that area, it might get a little pullback and then take off. It might even go back up, swing down, maybe hit this $8 of support and then take off. But I do expect this to go higher just because of the news. And then a lot of people missed out on the first day play, such as myself. So there may be a lot of people that's looking at doing this on the second day move. They're going to be waiting for it on that as well. So just to give you a key concept of what those things are, you can kind of see where the stock is going to play out at and where it's going to move. So keep those things in mind. I want to kind of go over this. Let's see something here. So yesterday, after the Fed numbers, SPY did a nice rally and recapture a lot of its gains. It was very interesting, but you know, I think that it was really just a sentiment move. We had a big ripped, and then it ripped higher, actually closed out higher for the day, and then it actually started to fade and come back down. Now this is what I had expected to happen after the Fed meeting. I mean, we had a price hike. A price hike is basically saying, hey, we got to slow down the economy. We basically being pushed into a recession. So this movement made sense to me after I thought about it. Hey, I need to get positions, puts way up here. I want the price to be up here so that my put orders will meet the price down here out of the money for option traders. And then I also thought about, you know, long-term shareholders of SPY. Those people, these ETF people, are actually want to get this stuff up here and wanted to wash down here, which made more sense to me. So overall, you know, 369, that means we just broke another low. Looks like it's 369.44 off the daily. The low was 377. So we're down here now. So we're steadily pushing lower. So that's what I think overall should have been happening. But I think that that's what kind of whiplash and kind of freaked everybody out yesterday. So AECR, another one that moved. I was give me 1 second. Actually, AERC, I'm sorry. AERC was another one move. Now this had been moving for the last weeks or so. Yesterday was a really good move. Missed out on that one too, not being at the desk, but similar move. Pulled up, found this area, and this here found a few areas, which was pretty interesting because you know, it broke out of an area, it broke out of a zone. So going back down to the 5 minute, and you know, once it had broke out of the zone, I believe this is where, you know, you would have looked at this a couple ways. This was actually let's see something here. I actually think I saw it on a higher time frame. Here you go, right there. There go your demand zone there. So if you can look and you see it returned here. So this is what started the demand zone. About right there. So it pulled up, went, tapped it, and then the entry was about 520. Was an entry that I called out in the Discord. Guys, join the Discord. A lot of great information in there. Right here was the area about 1520, and it ripped to 23. Nice move. So make sure you're drawing your support and resistance lines. Make sure you stay key to those things, and those can be the difference into you having a good trade or not. So guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, concerns, drop them in the comments. Click that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos. Hit the notification bell just so it helps out the algorithm get this information out to other traders. All right, guys, as I tell everyone who trades new or old, stay studying, stay focused.